So let me fill you guys in on some bullshit, okay? Somebody came into my workplace 2 days ago screaming and basically harassing one of my coworkers looking for me. This man came in here basically saying that I owed him money and basically just talking down shit on me. I asked for a little bit of description because I haven't seen the cameras and I haven't gotten a name yet. And apparently the guy was white. I literally asked my manager, I'm like, was he gay or was he like straight passing? And she was like, well, he looked straight. So what my first thought was, somebody's catfishing as me and somebody is taking money from guys. Now, this is not the first time I've dealt with catfishing, people using my pictures, my name on Grindr, on Bumble, Tinder, whatever. What is frustrating to me is the fact that this person knew where I worked. So imagine the fear I get every time a man walks through that door. Like literally, like I'm terrified. I don't know what has been up in the air lately, but the bad luck for me is truly on my side right now. I'm making this video only because people need to know that I'm not on fucking dating apps. If you think I'm talking to you on those dating apps, please be fucking serious. I'm very much stressed. The nerves, I can't even I don't show it, like my coworkers probably don't even notice it, but I'm fucking shaking on the inside and scared. Boots. Trying to take a deep breath. Hopefully I get to see cameras soon because one of the managers was gonna show me. But it's fucking terrifying because what do you mean I owe you money? What did I first of all, I've never fucked with a white guy before, especially a DL white guy, like no shade. I'm gonna just let it be known because I'm scared. How do you know where I live or where I work? From now on, I feel like I can't even respond to people's messages, be buddy, cute, sweet in DMs because people might feel like, oh, I owe you something, or like, I don't know. It's kind of scary.
I'm gonna do some light makeup and tell you guys some of the craziest things that have been said to me while working. The amount of people, especially men, that come in there and think they can speak to you however they want is insane. I honestly think the comment that surprised me the most was when this one guy said, because I got a little bit of a booty on me, bit of a dump truck, he says, bitch, turn around. When I said, bye, have a great rest of your day, he said, bitch, turn around. And him and his friend started laughing and he left. Why would we say that? This story is honestly kind of sad. A man came in with his wife and 2 kids, and one of his kids left their iPad behind. So when the family left, they called the front desk and was like, oh, do you guys have an iPad? And I was like, yeah, like we do. Come back and get it. When do you think you'll be here? He was like, oh, like 2 hours. He comes back, and at this time I was just training. I had a little badge, said like trainee. He comes back and he walks in, whatever. The person training me is like, okay, like I'm gonna go get your iPad, it's in the back. Mind you, wife and kids. He tells me, he's like, you know, you're the best looking girl in this whole place. And I said, what? He said it again with full confidence. And then I just laughed because I honestly didn't know what to say. After that, he was like, and you know it too. What the hell? I responded and I was like, no, I think everyone in here is beautiful. Everyone in here looks good. I forgot what he said after that, but it was just the fact that he had 2 young kids and a wife. The amount of people that are wives with their husbands and are weird if you even speak to the husband. Only speak to the wife. It's always what I do, because if you talk to the husband, the wife starts to get like irritated. This story didn't happen to me. This happened to another girl, but it happened literally on my like 2nd week there. I had what's called bikini week. And it's where you wear a bikini top and then you wear your short bottoms. This one girl was serving this guy. When he was like literally leaving, he stopped her and was like, by the way, this isn't a family-friendly restaurant. You look like us. And if that's your vibe, go to Chili's. Go to Applebee's. Like, I don't know. It's a sports bar. Like, I felt bad for my friend. I had another guy who was like, obsessed with the fact I was a muscular, thick girl. But he made sure to let me know. He said, I'm not into thick girls, but like, tell me about the guys who are into. He reiterated this over and over, that he wasn't into thick girls, yet he would ask me to tell him about the men who were interested in me. This is awkward. A lot of people are very nice, but there's just like the rare occasion. This video is getting kind of long, so if you guys like these, I can make a part 2. Every day I get something crazier than the last, so I'm sure I'll also have updates. Okay, bye guys.
As somebody that works in the food industry, I get so sick of black people. Especially the older black one. Story time. I'm at work. Old black lady come in and orders a side of grits, which comes in this like foam container with a lid because it's a side of grits, right? Everybody gets the same size of grits. A scoop. Now, I'm on register, so I'm not making the food. But she lets me know to tell them to make sure she fills her bowl up. And to me, the bowls are already pretty filled. But you know, as a cashier, and I guess to make the customer feel better, I still tell the back she wants her grits full. They're saying, well, it's only one scoop anyway, so unless she pays extra, she's going to get the one scoop. Here she go. But that's a kid portion. That's not enough. Mind you, it's like $2 for a side of grits, right? This lady full-blown pays for it. I tell the kitchen what they say. They tell me it's only a scoop anyway. And of course, the lady can hear them say this, right? Well, she's trying to argue, well, that's not enough. That's like a kid portion. It's a pretty nice size bowl, by the way. But regardless of what the portion is, you're getting what you pay for. We're not going to do special requests and overfill your bowl. If you want your bowl overfilled or if you want extra grits, you're going to pay for it, right? But you didn't want to pay for it. So I rang you up for a bowl of grits and you're going to get what you get. A scoop like everybody else. I don't know why they always feel so entitled to stuff other people don't get. Like the person before you also got a bowl of grits with cheese. No complaints. It's a side, not an entree. Here she go. Oh, just give me my $1.62 back. Oh, this is ridiculous. Oh, I don't understand why you can't put 2 spoons. You won't pay for it. So that's that. Y'all are annoying. Get it together.
I'm so proud of myself for not cussing these little boys out in front of their mama at my job. Tell me why this lady had 3 sons that were rude to me at my job. I work a retail job, and of course, when you work in retail, you have mannequins that have clothes on them. So as I was at work, one of my coworkers told me that one of the mannequins was messed up, and then I went over there to fix the mannequin. Near the mannequin, it was these 3 boys, and then it was a mama, and then I saw the mannequin, and then like his pants were unbuttoned, and his hand was broken. The little boy saw me fixing the clothes on the mannequin, and then as I was fixing the hand, the little boy told me, oh yeah, somebody broke that. And then he was just like, oh, do I get $5 for telling you that somebody broke that? And I said, no, I'm not giving you any money. And then his brother approached me, and he was just like, oh, can you give me money? And I said, no. And then his brother said, oh, well, how much do you make working this job? I know you can give me money. I said, I'm not telling you how much I make at this job. And mind you, the whole time, the mama is just watching them say all this to me, and she's not doing a thing. She's just looking. My real first name is Jada, and I have Jada on my name tag. So they read my name tag, and then he was just like, oh, Jade, what's your real name? And I said, no, my name is Jada. And then he was just like, oh, well, that's the same thing. What is your real name? And I was just like, I just told you what my real name is. So then he mocked what I said. After that, I looked at the mama dead in her eye, and I said, what is wrong with him? And then she was just like, oh, well, I don't know what's wrong with him. I honestly don't know what's going on. She looked at me and said, oh, are they being bad? And then I looked at her with this expression. I thought I handled that pretty well, because I could have said a lot more to that woman. I could have said, you need to raise your little boys right, and you suck as a parent, because they finna come across the right person one day and get their ass whooped. Bro, y'all suck at raising Gen Alpha. If I was in a store acting like that at my age, my parents would have whooped my ass.
Another celebrity story time. When I first moved to LA, Molly and acting, it was a little bit slow, so I had to supplement. One of them that a lot of models would do is we would work for an events company that would specifically hire models and actors to be servers and bartenders for high-end events like the Oscars, Vanity Party, MTV Party, because they just wanted to keep people kudos to serve and schmooze with celebrities, give them food, shit like that. So I was working for this one company that my agency had hooked me up with. It was very common that your agency would hook you up with one of these events companies so that you could also supplement your modeling or your acting jobs with doing these events. You could pick and choose when you wanted to work, so it didn't actually clash with you doing shoots and booking jobs and stuff. So some examples of the events that I would work were Vanity Fair Party, MTV Music Awards, the VMAs, lots of celebrity house parties. At first I started off as serving, just like holding trays and drinks and stuff, but then I saw that the bartenders were making a lot more money. So as soon as my boss was like, hey, can any other model girls bartend? I was like, me? Yes, my eyes are brown, because I'm so full of shit, because I did not know what I was doing, and I learned it on the fly, and it was the best decision ever. If you are a cute girl starting off anywhere, bartending is such a great skill to have when you're first starting off doing anything, because then you can literally work anywhere. At these events, it's obviously an open bar, so it's not like you're charging celebrities, directors, or anyone that's coming up. So a lot of times they will tip you, or sometimes they just don't tip at all because they're not carrying any cash. So in this video, I'm going to tell you some of the best tippers and some of the worst tippers. Starting off with best tippers, Amy Adams, she came up, she was super pregnant. All she had was a sparkling water, and she wasn't carrying a purse, so she looked at her agent and she was like, can you tip her? And he was like, all I have is a 50. And she was like, well, give it to her. She looked at him like, boy, you be making hella commission off of me, so you will tip her. Because he was like, all I got is a 50. And she was like, I was a server once, give it to her. Fun fact, she was a server at Hooters one time. Next is Drake. Drake had walked up and ordered one Dom Perignon. He took one sip of it, set it back down, and slid me a $100 bill. Jay-Z be tipping hundreds, so does Rihanna. Jennifer Garner was one of the biggest tippers, which I have a longer story time on that, which I can do. Which is funny because opposite of that is Ben Affleck. He never tipped at events. Another good tipper was The Rock, Amy Schumer, and Whoopi Goldberg. Okay, let's talk about some more people that didn't tip at all. Gal Gadot. no tip. And she ordered some complicated frou-frou drink, actually like 3 different complicated frou-frou drinks for her and her whole crew. J-Lo, no tip. Ashley Simpson, no tip. I have a longer story on Ashley Simpson, which was negative. Ashley Simpson's husband, who is Diana Ross's son, Evan Ross, also not a good tipper and also not a very nice person. And one of the worst celebrity interactions that I've had, who actually denied someone else giving me a tip, was old Bucky Sebastian Stan. He walked up, he ordered a whiskey neat. I gave him his whiskey neat. His friend walked up and ordered a beer. I gave him his beer, and Sebastian Stan was standing there, didn't even like look me in the eye when he ordered the drink. He just was like, whiskey neat. Didn't even look at me. His friend was like pulling out a 20 to tip, and Sebastian Stan literally moved his hand and was like, no, dude, it's an open bar. Yeah, that means you should tip, dude, because we're out here sweating and working our asses off, and you ain't got to pay for these drinks. I know people love him, but my interaction was not great with that man.
Hey friends, so I really had nothing to talk about tonight, and then something happened. Bruh, it's really hard being a woman in construction. Not even being an attractive woman in construction. Okay, that's a whole nother conversation. But being a woman in this industry when we're a double minority, well, when I'm a double minority, it's really hard because you have to pick and choose your battles. Truly. But I just had somebody come into the office. I'm safety, so I'm working on a little toolbox talk for tomorrow. I'm thinking he coming in here to get some PPE, to get something. He pulls out his phone. We taking a selfie together when we had like little mass meetings or whatever. So he pull out his phone. He kind of like, gesturing like, hey, you want to take a selfie? So I'm like, sure. I want some motherfucking lip gloss, bitch. I'll take a selfie. I don't care. I get up and he's like, don't kill me and don't fire me. Don't kill me, don't fire me. I'm like, what you mean? You finna make a collage of me or some shit? Like, what's weird that I want to kill you or fire you? Please, turn the phone around. I'm ready to take a selfie. Is on the phone, like camera, gallery, grid view. It's like 12 on the phone. I'm instantly like, no. I ain't even look too clear, cause no. And then I guess he clicks on his favorite one, so solo picture, and I'm just like, I'm not. I said, oh, you was a little freaky little fuck. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to me? Why would you do that to me? Because I really be having respect for these men, and then y'all go and violate. That is very much so sexual harassment. That's very much so I'm supposed to get your money off that. That's very much so disrespectful, unsolicited. Why would you show me your dick? So now I gotta... Do I tell? Should I tell? Comment below if I should tell. But damn, I don't be wanting to take nobody. But damn, they do me bad. Oh my God.